Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic!
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/zip to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
Fall is all about cozy comforts, and with Hero Bread, you can enjoy all your favorites and still hit your health goals. From breakfast bagels and meal prepped enchiladas to mouth-watering burgers and cheesy noodles. You won't believe Hero Bread's options have 0 to 5 grams net carbs and are high fiber from the taste and texture. And right now, Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order. Go to hero.co and use code FALL25 at checkout. That's FALL25 at HERO.co. All figures are per serving of Hero Bread. Contains 2 to 18 grams of fat per serving. See the product nutrition panels on hero.co for more information.
Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy is brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion, located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street, in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com. Celebrating 5 years. This is Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Carl Benz, Mercedes-Benz, invented the first car. But did he?
Where is the foggiest place in the world? I haven't the foggiest idea, but I'll tell you. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy, and this week we scoured the internet to find out this and all of these incredible, totally useless facts just for you.
Plus, we'll answer your question in the mailbag segment. We've all had it. Nutella, where did it come from? And in the news, a Florida woman was charged with a hit and run. She says it wasn't her fault. Were police barking up the wrong tree?
Totally useless information. It's everything you never needed to know.
Your totally useless GPS. It's time for geography. So get lost with Nick and Roy.
Thank you for joining us once again. Over 80 countries around the world. Thank you very much for joining us here. And you know what? In Arizona, they're going to start doing something different. Say hello to Howdy.
Howdy?
Howdy. Now,
Well, howdy to you, too.
Well, thank you very much.
So and howdy to everyone around the world.
All 80 of them, 80 countries. Now, here's the thing. So normally when you say howdy, you're thinking they're from Texas, right? They say howdy in Texas, don't they?
Okay. I would think so. I'm not from Texas, but go ahead.
Well, guess what? They're going to start saying howdy in Arizona.
Oh, they've adopted this?
Well, and
like A in Canada?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, A in Canada is like the in America. It's like A. So it's HB 2764. Can you write that down? HB
2764. Got it. Right. Committed to memory.
Well, it's a bipartisan bill. HB 2764 was introduced to the state legislature of Arizona to make howdy Arizona's official state greeting.
Oh, wow.
The bill states it would add a lot of, quote, cultural character and reflect the state's welcoming spirit.
Yeah, it adds a lot of cultural character when you force people to say something.
Right. Well said.
There is 1.42 million lakes globally. So there's 1.42 million lakes.
Right.
Well, you'll be happy to know, Nick, 62% of all of those lakes That's 879,000 lakes to be exact.
Yeah.
Can be found in Canada. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, which is why our greeting up here in Canada is go jump in the lake. Why don't you goose me?
Oh, Nick, please. I'm so happy I'm like 1,500 miles away from you.
Canada has not one, not two official languages, English and French, right? Those are the two official languages, but three. There's a third official language. I don't know how many people know this, but now that you're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy, you now know that Canada has a third official language.
What is it, Nick?
Goose.
Goose.
Researchers have determined that Canada geese have about 13 different calls, ranging from a loud greeting and alarm calls to the low clucks and murmurs of feeding geese.
Oh, so they're actually counting that as a language.
Exactly.
And I thought the people of Arizona were nuts.
Right. A careful ear and loyal...
Oh, right. That's right, because listen, ready, very closely.
No.
That means howdy in goose.
That wasn't a goose. That sounded like Donald Duck with strep throat. A careful ear and loyal observer will be able to put each voice to the honking goose. So you can actually identify the 13 different calls that they make.
In Egypt,
yeah,
there are 138 pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We only think of pyramids, there's three, right? The pyramids of Giza, everybody thinks those are the pyramids. Those are the great pyramids. They're probably one of the oldest. I think there are a few older than it, but it's the like third or fourth attempt at making really beautiful pyramids, and they did a great job.
Right.
Except there's 138 of them. But here's the best part of all. There are 250 pyramids in neighboring Sudan.
Oh.
Sudan has more pyramids than Egypt, but Egypt is known because of the Great Pyramids.
And they are great.
Crazy?
They are great.
Yeah.
If you look at them, you say, wow, how majestic, how great. They're not loving it in none of it. Now, the first McDonald's restaurant in Canada was opened on June 1st, 1967 on the West Coast in Richmond, British Columbia by Western franchise owners. By the way, McDonald's Canada, it has its own separate entity. It has nothing to do with the American operation. So this is just purely on its own. It's a sovereign company. But the first McDonald's restaurant...
They serve their fries with brown gravy and cheese curd?
They do have poutine at McDonald's, by the way. So I've heard.
I love poutine.
So I've heard. So it was also the first McDonald's restaurant outside the United States. Okay, so that was cool, 1967. But there's a McDonald's in every province and territories, except for none of it. There's no Big Mac, but you can have a hearty helping of caribou stew.
Oh, they replaced McDonald's with the ever-popular caribou stew. I know loads of people. It's lunchtime. They're like, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, or a good caribou stew.
Caribou stew. So none of it will have none of it when it comes to McDonald's.
They eat caribou stew?
They do. They do. Yeah.
Have you ever had caribou stew?
No, but I've heard, I've talked to people who have, and they say that it's not as gamey as you think it would be. They said it tastes just like beef that's gone off. I go, okay, sure.
Tastes like you're eating mutton. Listen to this one. I love this. You can actually go into the heart of a volcano.
Really?
That's what's called the magma chamber.
Okay.
You're lowered down into the magma chamber. In only one place in the world can you do this.
Where's that?
And it's the most unbelievable place that you'd never think of this. Iceland.
Really?
Yeah, because you think Iceland, ice, cold, but they have volcanoes in Iceland, and this particular one, the magma chamber, is so large that they're able to lower you down into it. And I guess it feels good because when you get out of it, you're freezing.
Right. Yeah. So instead of having like a cold plunge or something, it's the opposite. So you're going into a hot volcano.
The old hot plunge. Bring some marshmallows and a stick.
And some caribou stew.
Yeah, you gotta have that.
Exactly. Here's my teaser. Newfoundland here in Canada is the foggiest place in the world.
I've been to Old Finland, but go ahead.
This is Newfoundland. At the Great Banks of off of Newfoundland, the cold water from the Labrador Current from the north meets the warmer Gulf Stream from the south.
Wait a minute. The Labrador Current, is that when a Labrador retriever lifts its leg?
Yes, exactly. When it meets the warmer Gulf Stream, the warmer stream from the
Yes,
south.
from the Gulf.
That's right. The result is a whopping 206 days of fog in the year.
Oh, so they meet up. Most people don't know this. We get a lot of fog in Florida.
Yes.
Because our ground is so hot that when there's a temperature change, like this morning,
okay,
where it was like 50 something degrees.
Wow.
There is an immense fog until the sun comes out and of course burns off the moisture. But it's amazing. So when the warm water hits the cooler water, bang, fog.
See, there you go.
How many days?
206 days out of the year.
Oh,
so that's 84% of the time, in case you want to do the math.
I was going to say, you have like 100 days to take photos.
You do. That's right. But here's the thing, though. What it does, though, because Newfoundland is one of the richest fisheries in the world, the fog is a serious hazard to the ships in the region, so they have to kind of be careful. So they have to pick and choose their time to go fishing in Newfoundland.
Yeah, they go bump in the night, so to speak.
Yes.
They get goosed.
Yeah.
With a little caribou stew. I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention.
That's
I was
right.
eating my caribou stew. But howdy.
Howdy. Howdy to you, too.
See how I put that all together, Nick?
Well put together. Too bad you're not.
Plus, you could bring the caribou stew cold, and then when you lower down into the cavern in Iceland, you just heat it right up.
Beautiful. It's pretty to look at, very much like we are really pretty to look at when you go to nickandroy.com. You see what I did there? Go to nickandroy.com and check out the website. You can also
want the people to trust us, Nick.
Right, with useless information. But you go to nickandroy.com, we'll tell you why it's really important for you to do so. But in the meantime...
This is totally useless vehicle information with Nick, Meep, and Roy.
This is Meep here. Remember a streetcar named Desire?
No, Nick. I believe you were, like 65 when you saw that?
Yeah, it's Tennessee Williams' modern classic play, right?
Yes.
Streetcar Named Desire. Well, you're thinking, well, wait a minute. Did he come up with that just sitting one day in a drunken stupor or something? No. It was actually named after an actual public transit line in New Orleans, which ran down Canal Street, whose terminus station was on Desire Street. The title comes from a real New Orleans streetcar line that no longer exists, by the way. But Tennessee Williams was living in an apartment in a Toll House Street in New Orleans French Quarter and wrote a streetcar named Desire.
Cool. That's pretty cool. See, it really didn't have much to do with cars, but,
Well, a streetcar. Streetcar.
Yeah.
Car.
It kind of went off a little bit, but okay.
Yeah.
We'll let
Not
you
the
slide.
first time I've been off, but go on.
We awarded Carl Benz, right?
Yes.
We said that Carl Benz was the father of the automobile. This was my tease.
Oh, okay.
He is not the first person to invent an automobile. That award goes to Nicholas Joseph Cugnot. Cugnot. Cugnot.
Good night to you, too.
He invented the first steam-powered full-size automobile. So he technically gets the award for inventing the first car, not Carl Benz.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. Totally useless information with Nick and Roy continues. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Yellow school buses. Now, of course, we know the school buses are yellow. Did you ever wonder why the school buses are yellow? I mean, there's a reason for it, but can you guess why school buses are yellow?
No, but I'm sure Kamala Harris can. She spoke about them. She said she loves school buses.
Right, exactly.
I have no idea why, but to see them better?
Well, but they weren't always yellow. 1939, in a convention to improve school buses, yellow was chosen to be the color we recognize today. Yellow beat multiple other colors because they had a competition, you see. It was the best color.
Sure, yeah.
It was the best color to read the black lettering against in the early morning light. That's why the contrast between the yellow and the black is easier to see it in the morning light.
Yeah. You got a A whole bunch of far-sighted kids that
Yes.
couldn't see a large object coming at them like a school bus. We're
Yeah.
all doomed. We're all going to
Yeah.
hell in a handbasket.
Nearsighted but far out.
And they ran a contest for that.
Yes, they did.
You could have just called us up and
Yes.
said, "Look, yellow's kind of bright. Put it on."
Yeah, you're not. Let's see what you say.
Okay, the first U.S. car, gas-powered, that
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
We say, oh, we don't normally bring up Ford and all this stuff. No. This is totally useless information. So we find out the real stuff. We give you the skinny, or in our case, the slightly chubby.
Right.
We'll give you the chubby, so to speak.
Yes. Wow, you went there.
The first U.S. car, gas-powered,
Yeah.
Doria Motor Wagon. The Doria Motor Wagon. 1893, built by Charles and Frank Doria, using a $70 carriage and a single-cylinder engine. They produced these and sold them to people. Doria Motor Company.
Very good. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that cool?
We've seen these on city streets, and people use them in tourist spots. But rickshaw.
Oh.
The rickshaw.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my friend Rick Shaw.
No. But rickshaw originates from the Japanese word, which literally means human-powered vehicle. Though the rickshaw's origins are not exactly clear, it is most widely accepted that it did come out of Japan and invented in 1869. But in 1870, a year later, the Tokyo government started to issue permits for building and selling rickshaws. Just 2 years later, in 1872, 40,000 rickshaws were already in service, becoming the mode of transportation in Japan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of rough thing, though. You're running around with this, like, wheelbarrow behind them. It's a backwards wheelbarrow.
I've seen some rickshaw services here in Toronto where I am, and in the summertime, like really hot, sweltering temperatures in the midst of July and August. Like, we really get some hot and sticky days of summer. And they have the rickshaw services down in the tourist areas, right around the Rogers Center, the Sky Dome, the CN Tower. And I really feel bad for those people pulling the... But, you know...
me too. When we were in Canada, my wife and I, it was like 100 degrees that day. It was one of your hottest days.
Yeah.
And we got into the rickshaw, and it was so hot. And I couldn't see it, Nick. I just couldn't. My heart couldn't take it anymore. Yeah. So I got a really cold, icy cold bottle of water.
Yeah, and
cracked it open and handed it to my wife.
Ah, how nice. Could you imagine, but you said your friend Rickshaw. Could you imagine if your name was Rickshaw? What a great name to have. Like, it's Rickshaw service. What do you do?
Do they call them rickshaws in Canada?
They are.
BMW.
Yes.
Most people, I don't know if they do, but it's Bavarian Motor Works.
I love Bavarian cream. Oh, no, that's different. That's,
yes.
Yeah.
I love Bavarians.
Yes. Yes.
My grandmother was Bavarian.
Hot cars. Speaking of hot cars.
Her.
Yeah.
I loved her.
100%. So what about Bavarian Motor Works?
Bavarian Motor Works, BMW, was an aircraft manufacturer. They were not a car company. BMW was an aircraft manufacturer until they took their straight 6-cylinder plane engine and stuck it in a car.
Really?
They said their 6-cylinder engine, because it was made for a plane, was a lot more durable, and it would be great to put in a car. They were correct. They ended up buying a fledgling car company in Germany at the time. And in 1928, they began producing them. And if you notice the emblem on a BMW, which we spoke about once before on the show, the emblem, when you look at it next time, you'll see that it is a propeller of a plane.
Ah, okay. So it's not just the blue and white, because aren't blue and white the colors of Germany or something?
No. Oh, hell no.
Oh.
No. But you said Germany?
Yes.
Deutschland. You know, we have to do that.
By the same token, like when we talk about Canada, I should sing.
Nick, I don't accept tokens, just cash.
Yes, cash money.
Clean, hard American money.
As my uncle used to say, cash money, no tax.
All
right. So we've all seen the clown car, not the one that Roy drives.
Although you've seen the inside of it.
That's right. Yeah. I think we all went there. So, what's the iconic clown car where you have how many clowns come out of this small car? That's
Sure.
the bit, right? Okay.
Mhm.
I think there's some visual trickery there, right? I think there's got to be a trap door somewhere where they're able to climb in. It looks like they're coming out of the car, right? I'm pretty sure that
Either that or they're just very flexible.
well, not as flexible as these people who have broken the world record. So a smart car. So you have a smart car. This is a small car. A smart car seats how many?
2, I think.
2. All right. So you can visualize that.
Okay, let's visualize.
So these people, specifically,
If you want to call them that. Don't rush to judgment.
well, these are cheerleaders from the Glendale
Oh.
cheerleading team.
Yeah.
Squeezed.
Now you sparked my interest.
Exactly. Now, how many do you think? They broke the world record. Okay, how many could you guess? I'll let the audience play along. Okay, put a number in your head. You can just visualize all of these cheerleaders coming out of that small two-seater car.
How many? Tell us.
Give me a guess.
12.
We'll be back with more of Totally Useless Information.
No,
right
come on,
no.
tell us.
Not time for a commercial break? No, okay.
Come on, how many in this market?
20. There are 20.
No,
20.
no.
And where did they do it? They did it in Italy on July 3rd, 2014.
Wow.
Now,
you must have throw a piece of rigatoni in there. They all go
there's
crazy
no room.
again.
So here's the thing. So you know how when
I'm claustrophobic, that would have killed me.
So they've come out. So 20 have come out. I wonder if
Then
they would,
again, 20 cheerleaders would have killed me. But
yeah, exactly. So 20. How about 5?
How about 1?
1. So okay, 20. So you know how when you unpack something, like out of a box or something, you try to put it back in the same way it came out, right?
Yeah. It
So
doesn't
I'm
work.
wondering if you try to put the 20 people back into the smart car, if it would turn out to be the same result. I'm not
What
sure.
smart car? The tires blew out. The whole thing probably expanded. It's now a
Exactly.
limousine.
That's right. It's a stretch two-seater. Thank you for joining us on Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy.
Listen to this fact.
Yes,
Nick.
well, I was just telling the audience, reminding them in case they've forgotten, because I think they were visualizing the cheerleaders. Just wanted to remind them. Totally
Good.
Useless Information with Nick and Roy.
Yeah, at nickandroy.com.
That's right.
Not that we're throwing a cheap
No.
plug in there for nickandroy.com, where
No.
they can get the birthday message, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
That's right.
Ferdinand Porsche,
Oh,
one of my favorites as far as automobiles. I think Ferdinand Porsche and his son Ferry were really just amazing auto designers. They take a design like the 911 Carrera, which has been around since I mean, you're talking about since the 60s or the late 50s. So say 50s till now. Think about that. It's 75 years old, the design, and they still use the same pretty much design. It's just amazing.
that's pretty cool.
That's how great of a car it is. But here's something that most people don't know. In 1900, Ferdinand Porsche invented and designed the first hybrid car.
Oh,
It had an octagon electric motor in it. He thought at the time that gas engines were not going to do it. They were not going to work right. And so he invented this electric motor
yeah.
and then scrapped it once everybody started using gas engines. But he invented the first electric motor. So move over, Elon, and make some room for Ferdinand.
That's right. Wow.
I guess if they made a car together, it would be Ferdinand.
Ferdinand, yes.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information.
Hey, it's Nick and Roy for Tom's Place, where the month of February celebrates hearts and family.
Tom's late father, William Mahalik, was born on February 20th, 1916. He founded the original store back in 1958, believing in the importance of caring for customers and working hard to provide the best deals. These values continue at Tom's Place today.
And in honor of his dad, Tom is celebrating with a Family Day sale. You heard it right. The Family Day sale, and great deals Well, they're a tradition at Tom's.
Don't miss our quality dress shirts on clearance for just $50. Stay warm with stunning wool and cashmere top coats. Price for end of season for only $2.99, including Canadian-made Jack Victor brand. Ask Tom about suits at an incredible $149 to $229, marked down from $5.99. Plus, premium Ted Baker label suits for less than half price at only $450.
Visit us in store for even more specials. You'll find specials all over. And also visit us at toms-place.com. That's toms-place.com.
It's all about family at Tom's Place. And at Tom's Place, everyone is treated like part of the family.
We're back with totally useless information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Thank you for joining us at Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Yes, we did mention nickandroy.com. You go to the Nick and Roy store. It's really simple. It's right up there. And you click on the birthday messages, and you can send your loved one a unique amazing
Nick is telling you.
birthday message.
Look, Nick is telling you about the birthday message. You got to do it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you folks that are listening right now. Go to nickandroy.com. It's just that simple. You'll see the Nick and Roy store up top in the, on the bar.
Yeah.
Just tap on Nick and Roy store and look at birthday messages. And we make it personalized and fun. And I'm telling you, people are flipping out for it. Go to nickandroy.com. Type on the Nick and Roy store. Right, Nick?
nickandroy.com.
Happened today is history. What happens tomorrow is history. Yeah.
That's that's one of my favorites too. It's great. So we're talking about history. We're talking about way back when, way back when, and
when you were born, Nick?
Yeah. Well, how about when the Eiffel Tower was built?
I said when you were born, Nick?
Yes. The construction of the Eiffel Tower was in 1889, and 3 years before that. So there's something older than the Eiffel Tower. It is
Nick. Go ahead.
Coca-Cola on May.
Are you serious?
On May 8th, 1886, Dr. John Pemberton sold the first glass of Coca-Cola at Jacob's Pharmacy in Atlanta, charging 5 cents a glass. So Coca-Cola, 1886, and the construction of the 300-meter-high Eiffel Tower in Paris was completed in 1889.
Could you imagine if he named it Dr. John? How confusing would that be? Like, I'll take a Dr. Pepper. No, Dr. John.
Dr. John. I'm a Dr. John. You're a Dr. No, Dr. Pepper, it's better in the song.
Yeah, I like Dr. Pepper, too.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not a big Coke fan, by the way.
No? Okay.
I'm a Pepsi fan all the way. I would rather not drink Diet Coke.
Do you know the difference? So if someone came to you down in Florida where you are.
Absolutely.
And you could taste the difference.
100%. Yes, it's more bubbly Coke.
Yeah.
It has more effervescence to it for the use of the fact that I have these words.
Right. Yeah.
And it also has a much more limey taste to it, a more citrusy taste than Diet Pepsi, which happens to be a little sweeter tasting.
Yeah. You know what? All those words that you use, I think somebody described that. They described us as those things in an email.
Yeah.
Limey, effervescent.
Yeah.
Bubbly.
And bubbly.
And sweet.
Yeah. And sweet. Yeah. All those things. In the 18th century, when Nick was born, if you were really rich, no, you wouldn't drive around with a Bentley because they weren't invented yet.
No,
you wouldn't walk around in fashionable, fancy couture clothing because that pretty much was just getting started.
Right.
I mean, you probably have nice clothes, but there was something you would have wanted if you were filthy rich in the 18th century in Europe. To walk around and show and flaunt your wealth, you would have purchased a pineapple.
Oh.
They were rare. They were expensive. And they were definitely, for the wealthy, it was a decadent fruit. And they would walk around town. And it's a good thing that pineapples last long because they'd walk around with them all over the place and say, look at my pineapple.
Now, we all do different things to make ourselves...
You have a donkey in the studio.
I do. No, right here on Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. So we all do things to make our complexion look better, right? We do Botox. Some of us, some people do that. Some people put
I
makeup
know
on.
some girls in high school who use bags.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The bags under her eyes said Samsonite or something on it. That's how bad they were.
I knew one that was a 2-bagger.
Yes. So Victorians, way back to Victorians, they ate this to make their complexion paler. So they were looking more pale.
Oh, they like that.
They were snacking on Dr. Rose's arsenic complexion wafers.
Oh, that's always good.
Right?
You know, a lot of guys bring those home for their wives.
Oh, yeah. Here, chomp
Come on, honey.
Chomp on
Chow
this.
down.
Yeah.
Chow down.
These terrifying chocolate.
I'll eat my caribou stew.
That's right. I'll stir my stew with the arsenic wafer. These terrifying chalk white crackers whiten their skin. Now, according...
Yeah, because they were dead.
Well, here's what it says, though. In brackets, prolonged exposures to arsenic can cause a loss of pigment. A lot more than that.
Yeah, loss of life. Forget the pigment.
Victorians also used to bathe in arsenic springs to achieve their desired complexion. So visit arsenic springs.
Yeah, they'll stick you, too, those little metal springs. You put a whole bath of those and jump in.
It's like, it could almost
be like... A couple of them get caught in the wrong spot, you know?
We can go back to geography and do like an ad for the vacation spot. Are you looking really, really rosy? Are your cheeks really rosy? Have a place for you to visit? Arsenic Springs.
Go to nickandroy.com and sign up for the Arsenic Spring Tour.
Right. You know how most cities, when you leave, it says, "Hey, thanks for visiting whatever city. See you soon." Not in Arsenic Springs.
No,
nice. It says, "Nice to know you."
It says you'll go home in a box.
Right. Okay. So don't do that, is what we're saying.
It's not a box lunch. You're the box.
That's right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Listen to this one. The first U.S. Medal of Honor. This is one of the highest distinctions that we give in the United States. The Medal of Honor is really an amazing thing to give out. The first one was awarded during the Civil War, I would assume by Abraham Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
It was awarded to a soldier. Okay. Now you would think, right, for doing this miraculous, honorable thing and saving lives or whatever. No. He was involved in the great locomotive heist of 1862.
Oh.
So he was one of the soldiers, I guess, that hunted down the culprits. And so he got back a lot of money, I assume. So they were like, what can we do for this guy? We're not giving him any money. So here's a medal. First Medal of Honor recipient. Wow.
That's really
cheap.
Sorry, what year was that again?
That was 1862. Would not want to get it wrong, Nick.
No, not at all.
I want everybody to know Nick puts his notes on computer. From time to time, you'll hear this.
Yeah.
That's because I put mine on paper.
Right.
Old-fashioned paper.
Right.
Which Nick invented in 1624.
Exactly.
Okay, long before the individual napkin was invented, which I'll explain what a napkin is to Nick.
Okay.
Being I'm looking at his shirt. No. Before the individual napkin was invented, the Romans invented what they called the tablecloth.
Oh.
It was not invented for the table. No. It was one big communal napkin.
Really?
If you didn't like the food, you just pushed it off. If you wanted to wipe your hands, you used it. You want to wipe your face, you wiped your face on it. It was one big communal napkin.
Wow.
How gross.
It is.
And then they also would feed themselves until they couldn't eat anymore, and then they'd vomit so that they could make some room for some more.
Wow, that's lovely.
Yeah, caribou stew.
Thanks for that. So, mummies.
Yeah, I had one.
Yes,
she was wonderful.
She was. Now, these are the ones that these are the mummies that the Egyptians used to preserve the bodies. They were use embalming fluids to preserve the mummies in ancient Egypt, actually. Okay, and apparently, it smelled amazing. So an archaeologist by the name of Barbara Hutton said the dominant aroma is definitely of a woody kind of pine-like scent.
I know what it is.
With a hint of bitumen, a little bit of beeswax, and something sweet.
Just a hint. Would it be like Frankenstein?
Frankincense?
Is it frankincense?
No, it just says that these are the things you might be able to pick up a fresh citrusy note of pistachio. They don't say
Oh.
what it is, but it is part of the embalming fluids that they've recreated. But they
Well, I'm
won't
sure
say
they
what
probably
it
use
is.
like pistachio oils.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know they use like frankincense and myrrh, which was expensive items, but for burial, I guess it was like, hey,
Yeah.
you know. And I think that's where the saying comes from when it's like at the end and they go, well, that's a wrap.
Right. That's right. The world's first rappers were mummies.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
What's in the mailbag? What's in the mail?
So I'm going through the mailbag and I see this name that I can hardly pronounce, and I
Okay.
believe I'm doing it justice when I say Shanisa. Shanisa.
Spell it?
From Shanisa, Shanesa.
Shanisa, okay.
From Knoxville, Kentucky.
Oh, hello.
I've been to Knoxville.
Yeah.
Nice place. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like it. I like Tennessee. I think it's fantastic.
Nice.
She says, you guys are so funny.
Oh,
I'm a 28-year-old woman of color.
okay.
That was cool. She
Yes.
described herself.
Very nice.
Who is always looking to learn. Why does she listen to our show?
Because we say, listen, laugh, and learn.
Yeah, she says, well, I'm always looking to learn new things. Your show has helped me so much. I got a job because of it.
Oh,
I was able to chat with my interviewer and used a few facts I had learned from your show. I am a dedicated listener now, and I encourage everyone to listen to better themselves and get to laugh along the way as well.
wow.
Thank you so much to Nick and Roy.
Harry from Prince Edward Island.
Harry, he has not shaved?
No, he's not. Harry from Prince Edward Island. Dear Nick and Roy, what can I say? I don't know. You tell me. Oh, okay. What can I
He did
say?
say something,
Right.
apparently.
Could you imagine that was the email? What can I say? I don't know. Tell me, right? It's like when people say needless to say, then don't say it if it's needless
Yeah,
to
there's
say.
no need.
Exactly. So what can I say? He says, you guys are the best. All right, now I get it. We really appreciate your show. You make us laugh, which we really need right now, and we learn a lot from you. There you go. So, you know what, Harry? Meet Shanisa. Shanisa's in Knoxville. You're in the east coast of Canada. Maybe we can hook them up. Maybe we can be useful and hook these two people up. I don't know if these people are involved in other relationships, but they have the same sense of humor. Here's my question, Harry says. I'm making myself a Nutella sandwich and thought, who came up with the idea of the hazelnut spread Nutella? After World War II, Harry and the rest of the audience, cocoa was extremely rare in Europe and very expensive, too. So an Italian pastry maker, Pietro Ferrero, wanted to extend his cocoa ration.
Oh, Ferrero chocolates.
So he
Go ahead.
created a paste from hazelnuts and mixed it with some precious cocoa. He formed it into a loaf that would be cut into slices and served on bread. His son
Whoa.
came along and said, hey, Papa, what do you do? His son, Michael, improved the recipe and produced the first jar of Nutella. What we did talk about today, we talked about...
Geography. We talked about cars. We talked about history. Yeah.
And you know what it's time for? It's time for the news.
And now, from around the corner and around the world, this is TUI News.
A Florida woman, that's all I'm going to say. A Florida woman was
geez.
arrested after accidentally hitting a tree with her car. She happened to
Yeah,
be...
they run out in the street here, you know.
So, yeah, this Florida woman works at a TJ Maxx. She left the scene, right, because she went to work. Well, Yaneli Guzman says she was pulling into a parking spot ahead of her on Christmas Eve. This is when this happened, when she felt a bump. So she's explaining what happened. I felt like something was putting pressure on my car. So when I do that, I back up, and then I decided to park in another spot. Well, shortly thereafter, she realized that she hit a low-hanging tree branch hovering over that first spot.
Oh.
So she went inside. She spoke to her manager about the incident, but she didn't know what to do. So other people she talked to, advisor told her, listen, to contact the Cape Coral Police Department.
This is Cape Coral, which is very close to me.
That's right. So that maybe you know.
I know the TJ Maxx that she works at.
Well, the district manager told him to file a report, an accident report. So that they could file a claim and they could pay my damage. Well, that's what she did. But when she met up with the police officer a month later, the officer did something she never expected. He arrested her and charged her with hit and run.
Oh, for hitting the tree?
For hitting the tree and then driving away from the tree into another parking spot.
Yeah. She left the scene of an accident.
Exactly. Instead of doing my incident report...
Trees have feelings, too. You know, I love hugging them sometimes with my Birkenstocks on.
Oh, that was you?
And those shorty shorts.
Yeah, and sandals.
And a tie-dye shirt.
Right.
I kissed the tree.
So anyway, I think after she hit the tree, she went inside. She spoke to her branch manager. Anyway, so she said that instead of taking the incident report, the officer took her to jail for the hit and run.
He literally arrests her for a hit and run. Well, technically, she did leave the scene of an accident.
So she says the officer told her she should have left her name, registration number, and phone number in a note hanging in the tree.
Oh, yeah, you could have just stapled it to the tree like a wanted poster.
Right. He then handcuffed her and drove her to jail.
Wait a minute now, but when she hit this tree,
yeah,
did the branch fall down?
We're not sure, but there's a dent in her car.
Oh, this was an accident, Nick. So, but anyway, she hits this tree.
And then drives away from the scene, which is why she was charged with a hit and run.
She knew it was bad because she told her manager, the branch manager.
That's right.
She told him, she says, I'm going to go out on a limb here.
That's right.
I don't want to leave anything.
Well, that was the problem. She hit the tree and then she left.
Yeah.
So anyway, I know.
She left the scene.
She left the scene. So she had to pay $150 to get out of jail. Now, the police department said in the statement that the incident met their criteria for a hit and run.
Yeah, we do that stuff down here because the cops have nothing better to do. We have very little crime here.
That's right.
So when they call up for anything, you know, you could. I've seen cops arrest people that have mosquitoes on the front of their car.
So according to Florida,
that bugs the police.
It does. It bugs them. So according to Florida law, a person who strikes a tree on private property and leaves the scene can face up to 6 months behind bars and a fine. So now we got in touch with here at the Total Users Information Research Center, and she says hello. Got in touch with the state attorney's office. They apparently have dropped the charges for insufficient evidence.
Mm-hmm.
But
because there's a log jam of problems in Cape Coral.
So she went.
What would they do? What's the penalty? Walk the plank?
So she has to pay a fine of $4,300 in legal fees, and not only that, she has to repair her car. She has to repair her car. Yaneli Guzman, and she works at I'm assuming she still works at the TJ Maxx. It was only a couple of months ago. Yaneli Guzman, if you're a body shop owner, why don't you do the Great Samaritan thing? Here we are being helpful again. Or useful.
Yeah, reach out to her.
Right. Go to the TJ Maxx and Cape Coral.
Leave her a message.
Leave her a message.
But I may go to that TJ Maxx and give it to her. In fact, no, I'm not going to. She left the scene of a crime.
Right.
Even though they dropped the charges and she was not found guilty of it, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Okay.
Allegedly.
Well, speaking of leaving the scene of a crime, that's all the time we have for Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. We will scour the internet far and wide to find out more totally useless information just for you.
You go and you tell every friend, just like Shanisa did, and you tell them all to listen to the show, just like the millions of people that listen now in 80 countries around the world, and it's because of you. And I hope you guys do really enjoy the show because we really take it seriously and we try to do a really good job for you. So thank you again. And we'll see you next week.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy.
Thanks for listening.
Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy has been brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion. Located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com.